Picture this. A 3-year-old drops her ice cream. It falls right on the ground. She looks at it, she looks up, and then she takes a breath. No screaming, no throwing herself on the floor, no tears. She just says, "It fell," and she walks on. You watched that and thought, how? How does a child that small hold herself together like that? You have seen your own child lose it over a broken cookie, over the wrong colored cup, over nothing at all. And you love your child with everything you have. But some days, the meltdowns feel endless. You feel exhausted. You feel like you are failing. You are not failing. Your child is not broken. But there is something Scandinavian parents know that most of us were never taught. And once you hear it, you will never see your child's emotions the same way again. Researchers who study childhood emotional development have been watching Scandinavian families for decades. Denmark, Norway, Sweden, these countries consistently raise children who are calmer, more resilient, and emotionally stronger. Not because those children feel less, but because they are taught something from the very beginning. Something so simple, it will surprise you. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will have 3 tools that Scandinavian parents use every single day. Tools you can start using tonight. Not tomorrow, tonight. Let's be honest about what usually happens when a child melts down. Your child starts crying. You feel a flash of panic or frustration or both. You rush in. You say, "Stop crying." You offer a snack, a phone, anything to make the noise stop. And it works for a moment. But 5 minutes later or tomorrow, it happens again. Most of us were raised this way. Emotions were something to be managed quickly. Hidden, moved past. Our parents did not sit with us in our feelings. They fixed the problem or they told us to stop. And we learned emotions are dangerous. Emotions are inconvenient. Emotions must be controlled. So now, when our own children feel big feelings, we panic because we were never taught what to do with big feelings either. Here is what the research tells us. A child's brain is not fully developed until their mid-20s. The part of the brain that regulates emotion, the prefrontal cortex, is literally still being built during childhood. When your 3-year-old screams because her cookie broke, she is not being dramatic. She is having a real neurological storm. She does not have the wiring yet to calm herself down. She needs you to help her build it. Think of any mother, anywhere in the world, sitting with her toddler who was crying after falling down. Instead of saying, "Get up, be strong," she holds him. She names what he feels. She says, "I know, it hurt." That moment of being seen, that is not weakness. That is brain building. Scandinavian parents call this emotional coaching, and science calls it one of the most powerful predictors of a child's lifelong mental health. The problem is not your child's emotions. The problem is that no one taught us how to sit with them. So, what do Scandinavian parents actually do? Here are 3 things: simple, proven, and starting tonight. The first is this. Name the feeling before you try to fix it. When your child is upset, your first instinct is to solve it, stop the crying, remove the problem. But Scandinavian parents do something different first. They pause, they get down to the child's level, and they name what they see. You are angry right now. You are so disappointed. That really hurt you. Why does this work? Because when a child hears their feeling named, something happens in their brain. The emotional storm begins to calm. Neuroscientists call this name it to tame it. When you put a word to an emotion, you activate the thinking brain and reduce the intensity of the feeling. You're not just comforting your child, you're literally rewiring their brain for resilience. Do this every time, and your child slowly learns to name their own feelings. That is the beginning of self-control. The second tool is to stay calm in their storm. This is the hard one. When your child screams, your own nervous system fires. Your heart rate rises, you want to react. But here's the truth. A dysregulated parent cannot regulate a dysregulated child. Your calm is the tool. Scandinavian parents practice what researchers call co-regulation. Your nervous system reaches out to your child's nervous system. When you breathe slowly, speak softly, and stay present, your child's brain follows yours. You become the anchor in their storm, not because you are perfect, but because you chose to be steady. The third tool is this: repair after the storm. Every parent loses their patience sometimes. You raise your voice, you walk away, you say something you regret. Scandinavian parents do not pretend that didn't happen. They go back. They say, "I was too loud earlier. I'm sorry. That was not your fault." This repair, this small act of honesty, teaches your child something extraordinary: that relationships can survive hard moments, that love does not disappear when things go wrong. That is the foundation of emotional security, and emotionally secured children melt down less because they trust that you will always come back. Here is what we learned today. Name the feeling before you fix the problem, because a named emotion is a calmer emotion. Stay steady in the storm, because your calm teaches your child's brain how to calm itself. And repair after hard moments, because repair builds trust, and trust builds resilience. Tonight, try just one thing. The next time your child gets upset, get down to their level. Look them in the eyes and say, "I see you. I know you are feeling something big right now. I am right here." That is it. That is the beginning. You do not need to be a perfect parent. You need to be a present one. And you already are, because you are here, learning, growing for your child. If this video gave you something to hold on to, share it with another parent who needs to hear it. And if you want more on how to raise emotionally strong, resilient children, subscribe. There is so much more coming. See you in the next one.